am live, right? Like, it's not just trying to be stupid. Let me see. There we go. I am live, right? Like, it's not just trying to be stupid. Okay, there we go. Sound works. Alright, hello everybody! So you're probably wondering, what is this? Why are you streaming Necromancer? And, to put it short, Necromancer is terrible! Like, it is actually one of the worst levels I've ever touched. I completely understand why everyone hates it now. It's a nightmare. So, I was just having no fun, so I dropped it. And I was looking for something in replacement, and couldn't find anything, so... like a couple days ago, I was just binge watching Volcanium completions, and I click on the Lumina video, his Lumina completion video, and it's love at first sight. Like, I'm immediately hooked. So I decided, you know what, Necromancer is going absolutely abysmally. There's no point basically when I could be playing a much better level. So yeah, that's why I'm playing Lumina instead. So let's. But yeah, as you will see, and as I will go over many times, this level is amazing. I've like pretty much never heard about it before this, but this level is absolute peak basically. So I am going to do what I usually do and run through it in practice. Now, this level has what I like to call caramel pre-drop syndrome, where the first 25% is way harder than the rest of the level. But A, I don't mind that because it makes the ending attempts, if there are any, feel a lot more impactful. And two, just, I mean, look at what my top 5 is. I can handle it. But yeah, apparently this level's quite old. Like, this is a 2.1 level, which I know doesn't sound like much, but keep in mind that 2.2 was released almost 2 years ago. That timing is weird. That timing is like the only semi-annoying timing in the entire level. But even then, it's like really manageable. I'm just bad at it. Couple early clicks. Weird release with the dash sword, but it's a skill issue, so I'm not. I mean, I did it there, so can't be that weird. But yeah, this is because this is a congregation style level. This feels like the type of level I would dismiss at first because I'm not that big a fan of Congregation, but Lumina is just an unbelievable level, especially for like what kind of level it is. Also, this part was made by the creator of Advent Aurora, so I knew I was right in praising them so much in my review video of it. Yeah. If I'm not talking that much today, my throat really hurts for some reason. I think it's because I accidentally swallowed something without chewing yesterday. But I don't know. And now we're at the drop. So I still haven't gotten really that used to this cube part yet. So it's still a little inconsistent, but I know for a fact that it's just like a me problem. There's only a couple bad timings in this entire section. And even those are just like, they're pretty easily circumventable, if that's a word, if you know what you're doing, which granted I don't right now, but I guess I could just do that. This part's a little bit weird, but it's manageable, like most of the weirdness in this level. This is the part that made me absolutely just fall in love with this level. Like, this is genuinely one of, if not the best single parts that I've ever played in this game. Like, usually, I'll admit it, I'm not usually the biggest fan of Varsa's creations, because I feel like it's focused on compressed difficulty, but man, they absolutely knocked it out of the park with this part. Like, this part is amazing. And then this is just like a really good stress test of an ending. I like how that it actually gives you time to breathe in between the gameplay. That's what I think a lot of levels could stand to learn from this. And then the last click is a little mean, but I don't think it'll affect me that much. I don't think anyway. Yeah. This level is amazing. This level is absolutely amazing. Hey, Doors Pro, what's up? Sound's working, right?
But I
Yeah.
don't think it will affect me that much.
But yes, this level is so good. So I think the first order of business today is going to be getting 25% from 0. Because that is, like, pretty easily the hardest part of the level. Which makes it a perfect fit for me. Yes, also I know I'm streaming at 9 again. I'm sorry, I just had very minimal time earlier on in the day. So the difference between this and Necromancer, the reason why this practice run took so many more attempts is because A, I haven't learned this entire... I'm not super consistent with the beginning yet, and I haven't, like, played it a whole lot. I'm beginner at Geometry Dash and I don't have Geometry Dash. Well, you can immediately alleviate one of those problems if you have like $3. But yeah, getting good at this game takes a very, very long time. Like unless you're Space UK Roblox, yeah, I've been seeing a lot of stuff. I've been seeing a lot of controversial stuff around like the Roblox community as of recent. With I think the guy's name is Schlepp. Yeah, I don't like talking about those kinds of topics, but yeah, Roblox is without question the platform itself is without question in the wrong there. Yeah. My hands are really sweaty today for some reason. Ugh. But yeah, I'm sure there's at least a couple of Geometry Dash. I'm sure there's at least a couple of Geometry Dash games on Roblox. Schletz. No, it's spelled SCHLEP. Hello, Lo-Fi Gorilla. That first of all, excellent username. Second. So yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of this. What's going on? I'm playing an Extreme Demon and being really bad at it. But yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of this near the beginning of the Lumina streams because like this beginning is easily the hardest part of the level. Like I'd say 25% on his own is like I'd say 25% just getting there on its own is harder than like some of the easier Extreme Demons. Like, this beginning is so hard. But, you know, it's a congregation level, so... Bro death, yeah, basically. Yeah, that timing is a hard timing, so. What's that skin? Is a dog. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I'm expecting to see quite a few deaths at the 12% timing. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm gonna go practice that part. Just practice the timing. But yeah, it's a dog. And so is my ship. Actually, I think my ship is more fox than dog. Which I would show if not for the fact that this level has no ship anywhere. Oh, I was wondering how an anti-skip would work there. What level is this? It's Lumina. It's basically imagine Congregation with none of the bad parts. No, actually, let me put it this way. It's Congregation, but everything it does well is expanded upon, and everything that it does poorly is thrown in the trash. And yeah, that's the thing. Like, this level, it's easier than Necromancer, sure, but it's still a second hardest. So in the beginning, you're going to be seeing a lot of deaths very early in the level. I'm starting to lag. That's not good. Hang on. Do I have anything else open? No, it's literally just OBS and Geometry Dash. I don't even have Steam open. Don't. Yeah, that is something I say quite frequently. I think I jumped there by accident. No, I like just barely hit it. Actually, you know what? I think for the sake of people watching this, I am going to do drop to 100. I have a question. I have an answer. What's up? That is not drop. That is just before the drop. It feels slower. I know it's not slower. Actually, I'm gonna watch the frames of this attempt. Okay, it's at 240 the entire time. How long have I been playing GD? I got the light version like pretty close to a decade ago, but I've been playing the full version since April 2017, so 8 years. But like the majority of my improvement at this game has come since October 2023, which is when I got my PC. Which, like, I'm proud of what I managed to do on mobile. Like, I actually even beat a couple extremes, but like that was just not sustainable for like a long-term career. Not saying I'm gonna make this my career. I think I would have to get extremely lucky to A, have an audience that would actually watch me, and B, be able to play this consistently and not have to like worry about financial stability, because as everyone knows, YouTube is not exactly the most stable job ever. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the game's player base started playing post-COVID, because I think COVID and like the rise of a lot of big content creators around that time, I think that was like the final the breath of life that kept the game going until 2.2. By the way, I subscribed to thank you, assuming you mean that directed at me. That part's hard. Yeah, I really do think the first part of this level is just going to be one of those like sleep buff parts. No, big fan of you. Thank you. Yeah, I think the first part is one of the going to be like an extremely sleep buff carried part. Oops. Yeah, I'm just having so much fun streaming something that isn't Necromancer, dude. Like, dude, that level was just so bad. It's at the point where it goes beyond, like, how do you get that skin? I do not remember exactly. I want to say it has something to do with bonus shards, but let me check. yeah, 5 of each of these tier 2 shards. So earth, blood, metal, light, and soul. And then a lot of the rest of my icons are just that one's the ball is the flower gauntlet or the force gauntlet or whatever it's called. And then I think the robot, which is the only other game mode in this level, is probably just a bonus chest. Dropping 2 runs. Oh my god! Okay, I completely missed the click, but dang! 41 to 81. Have I beat the campaign? Now, by that do you mean, like, all the official levels? Because, yes. But, okay, 41 to 81, not bad. Yeah, I don't even... What was I even doing? I didn't even click. Like, that's just kind of funny. Yeah, I wasn't actually that nervous until like I'm trying to be the campaign. Yeah, just keep at it. Yes, good equipment is helpful, but realistically, the best way, but I'm not gonna say only way, because for some reason sleeping also helps a lot. I don't know why. That's what I mean when I say sleep buff. But yeah, the best way by far to improve with this game is to just keep playing it. I'm on Time Machine. Nice. Good luck. That level is really hard. It has... I don't think... I can understand why it has that many triple spikes, but why did there need to be so many mirror portals? But yeah, good luck with that. Time Machine is quite hard. If I had to guess, that's when you get to the point in the official levels where the ratio of people who beat it to people who haven't goes to less than 50%. Just be Finger Dash, nice. That Time Machine is honestly harder than Finger Dash, at least to me. I have no idea why Time Machine is harder. But yeah, I think Time Machine is like the beginning of the end for when it comes to the like really linear difficulty progression in levels, because like. Then it goes Cycles, which is way easier, even though it has a lot of triple spikes. X-Step, which is a little bit easier, and then Clutterflunk, which is hell, at least for beginner players. And then 2E's relatively easy. Electroman Adventures is decently easy. Club Step's a demon, and then Electrodynamics is so hard that you could give it a demon rating, and I completely understand why. Oops. A little bit too early. My hand is so sweaty. Ugh. I will be right back. I'm gonna go wash my hands. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know why, but my hands are just way too sweaty. For some reason, I tried to beat the campaign backwards. Honestly, that might be easier. Yeah, I'm gonna play from 61 for a bit. See if I can get 61 to 100 times 3. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be like the run, like 58 to 100. That just entices me. That I just do over and over again, even when I don't need to. And in fairness, that's like part of the reason I fluked Black Blizzard from 65, which is still my biggest fluke on any extreme. So, you know, I'm not going to argue with the results. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do during the 41 to 81 run, except that time I didn't die to the click immediately after. You're good. Thank you. I've had to put in a lot of time. Yeah, I've been playing this for 8 years. My hardest demon is Plasma Pulse Finale, which was actually top 1 for a decent amount of time in 2017. So like I'm not anywhere close to the best players, but I'm definitely, I like to think I'm substantially better than the average player. Yay! 61 to 100 times 3. Have you tried I Spy with my little eye? Yeah, I have. It's pretty easy, especially for Demon, but it's way too flashy. Like, way too flashy. Like, I usually don't... I'm lucky. I'm not one of those people that has, like, eyes that are so sensitive that I can't really play super flashy levels. But there's a lot of people that are not quite so lucky. So, you know, I'm not gonna say it's like a super... I'm not gonna say it's a objectively bad level, but I'm not sure how I feel about having that be, like, official content for the game. Kind of hard for me too, yeah. Yeah, 61 to 100 times 3. Let's go. So I think now I'll go back to the drop and just try to get another run from here to the robot. Ow, I just bit my tongue. Oh my god! Am I commenting too much? No, not at all! No, don't worry, you're good. But yeah, that's gonna be... Because you don't have to click on the slope platform directly after that one, so... If I get past that, I get a shot at the ending. But yeah, 41 to 83. I know it says 42. It rounds... But no, don't worry about that. I always enjoy when people are actively chatting in the stream. which is maybe me streaming at 9 p.m. isn't a good idea because that means there's less people to do that. But what can you go to your skin collection? Well, what do you mean by that? Like, are you asking me if I can do it right now? Because, sure. So I have about, if I had to guess, I have about, like, half the icons unlocked. There's a lot of them. I had most of them. I have all the pre-2.2, at least cubes unlocked. Except for this one, and these, and this one, and this one. And these you literally cannot get without importing your save data directly from Meltdown. Blah. And then it's the same. Every 2.1 2.1 pre-2.2 robot, spider, swing doesn't count because there were no what? Oh god. This is like the Moai skin. How do you unlock that? Where, first of all, where is that? I was just on it. I'm looking, I'm blind. 300,000 attempts. But yeah, I have most of the pre-2.1 icons. Except for this. This one is just, I've pretty much completely lost hope of ever getting that one. But, meh. Also, if you're wondering why I have two different icons in dual mode, it's a mod that lets me have another icon set as the second player. Oh man. Yeah, honestly, if you really want to, I don't recommend this because it'll take a long time. You're better off just playing naturally until you get it. But you could, in theory, just like have a level where you immediately crash into a spike and then just leave that running for a long time with auto retry turned on. Or I mean, I guess if you're on computer, you could just like set, and you have mega hack, you could just like set your speed to game speed to 500. But I don't know. Nice. I guarantee you, if that death happened on Necromancer, I would either be slamming my desk in frustration, or I would just get up and walk out of the room. Because chances are that death would have come after, like, 17 similar deaths in the last 30 minutes. Oops. I'm playing a level that takes 300,000 attempts to beat. Now, do you mean, when you say that, do you mean a level that'll just, like, lock you out of playing until for your first 299,999 attempts, or do you mean just a level that you think is so hard that you'll take 300k attempts to beat it? Like, I don't know, this. Actually, not this. But yeah, I am of the belief that anyone can beat any level that they want to. It's just a matter of how much time and dedication that they want to put into it. So like even if you're trying to beat Time Machine, you could in theory pick up this And it might take a while, but you could probably do this. I'm playing a user, maybe. Yeah, here's a tip: if you don't already have all the jump achievements, there's a lot of levels that are like have setups for you to just be able to farm out jumps. Like I'll show you an example. I think it's just this. Count how many times I click just overall in this level, in this attempt. 4, and I get 100,000 jumps. So yeah, you can farm jumps insanely quickly with this. In any case, back to Lumina. Oops. Yeah, sometimes that'll happen. I think that's just a 2.2 thing, because slopes were already not perfect on 2.1, and 2.2 just made them worse, like much worse. So I'm not gonna hold that against this level at all. Oof. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna make a video detailing like front loading or back loading the difficulty of levels. So like having a really hard first quarter, like half or so, like this level, or having a really hard last half, like Necromancer. I think that would be a fun video, or just an excuse for me to rant about Necromancer. 90 or 80. That's really good, actually. That's like better. That's better than a lot of. Again, most people will not get to that. Like at least half of all of the people who played this game probably have not gotten to that. So just think of it like that. Yeah, ultimate goal with this level, like pipe dream, and I'm talking pipe dream. So like, I don't know if this will happen, is be within the first 50 victors of it, I think. Currently there's 45, or maybe 46, I don't know. But if not, at least in the first 100. Or, nah, 100 will probably... 100 is underselling myself hugely, so like 60 or 65. Have I ever played Gorilla Tag? I do not. I might have, I don't remember, unless you're talking about that being the name of a GD level, in which case, no, I definitely have not. I went... What diff is this level? It's... I don't really know. The only level I've beaten... It's like a round exo difficulty, a little bit harder, but it's not... VR game? Okay, I don't even own a VR headset, so definitely not. But yeah, it's about EXO difficulty, a little bit harder. Might be easier for some people, but I personally find it harder. But it's not even close to PPF. Oops. The only VR game I've ever played, and this because my stepbrother let me borrow his headset for a while, is Beat Saber. And I'm really bad at that game. Which I think I did like 2 3-minute songs, and my entire body waked up just ached, which is just really not good, I know, but it's a lot easier for me to get hurt playing games like that than it is for people without my $300. Here's the thing. First of all, my apartment's really tiny, so it wouldn't fit. And even if it did fit, B, I'm a college student, and I don't want to spend any more money than I have to, because I know that college is already taking a significant chunk of money, even with the scholarships I've gotten. But if you told me that a year ago, I definitely would have asked for it for my birthday. Well, let me rephrase. I'm not a college student yet. I will be in 2 weeks. My first day of classes is August 25th. Oops. I'm glad I'm able to just, like, shrug off the deaths. Like, oh, yeah, I died this way, but I don't really care. It's a very nice breath of fresh air, I'll say that much. I just wanted to see how much of that I could do with my left hand. Okay, back to super serious Master Dode. Yeah, that dash orb is weird. What did I do as my first extreme demon? Hang on. This. Now my progress is weird because I beat this on mobile, so I no clipped it on PC because I couldn't be bothered to beat it again. And part of the reason for that is that, okay, so most people die in the 60s and on, like 10, 15 times. If they get unlucky, maybe 20 times. You want to know how many times I died there? 291! Yeah, I am without a doubt the unluckiest victor of this level. Like, it's not even close. I never liked it. I feel bad. But yeah, that was my first extreme demon, and I beat Incipient like the day after. Then I beat Misty Mountains, and then I made the stupid jump to Black Blizzard, and that's basically where the new era of Master Doge starts. I hear an alarm. Oh. I have to turn that off at some point. But yeah, I think I've done enough from here for today, so I'm gonna let the sleep buff really take over. I'm gonna work on this part. Which, this got a lot harder, oh my god! Yeah, maybe I misdiagnosed this, the difficulty honestly, I'd say it's more like Black Blizzard difficulty balancing, where it's like a... At some point I'm gonna go into paint.net and, like, draw, hang on, I have paint.net, so I can just, like... Let me see if it lets me use this. So, hang on, I'm going to take a tiny, tiny break from Lumina to paint.net. So, hang on. Why is it not showing anything? It just shows a bunch of cursors. That's really not good. Like, that's really, really not good. Maybe if I turn... Maybe it's this one that needs to be... That... You know what? This is just not going to work, I don't think. So... I did kinda went to Redwood, Rebirth, and Bloodbath, and Aftermath, Blade... Sit... Okay, that's... I'm not even, like, faking this reaction. Like, that's really good. Like... Okay, beating all of those levels would already be impressive enough, especially considering, you know, a lot of them are bad. But 60 Hz mobile? Jesus Christ! That's amazing, dude. Like, that's absolutely spectacular. Keep it up. Are you friends with Zions? I mean, I'm not gonna talk about Zoink, but no, even if I don't like him at all. Even if I did, he's like 400,000 subs, and I don't think he'd wanna... Really? Yeah, I don't know what my goal from this start position will be. I think I guess it's just to get more consistency with 2007 to 41. So, in other words, don't do that. I'm just gonna be... Oh, sorry for asking. No worries. It's not something you would have known unless you asked, so I don't blame you at all. Has he beat... I think he has beaten this level. I think he was like the first victor of it. Yes. But yeah, like I said in the beginning of the stream, Ultimate or Ulta MX... Do I play Terraria? Yes, but not a lot, and I'm also really bad at it. Oops. But yeah, I got okay at it. I think I got to like gold. I want to say gold armor. Is that correct? But like my issue with it was just getting really overwhelmed because it's like something. Have I beaten the tower? Yes, I have actually. Hold on. That is the Chamber of Time. That is not the tower. Yeah, I've done all of these. But yeah, as I was saying. Like, I got up to gold armor in Terraria, but the issue is after that, it gets so... There's so much stuff, and it was so overwhelming, especially considering that, like, most of my Terraria playing was pre-COVID, so I was, like, 12 years old, so I just did not have the brain space for all of the stuff that the game threw at me from that point. So... But no, I know it's like extremely fun if you actually like are able to comprehend it. So maybe I'll start playing that again in college. Yes. Yes. I'm trying to beat the curse of the... Oh my god. Okay, that's my biggest issue with the tower is just that the boss fight felt so, and maybe this is just me being bad at platformer because I am, but that was genuinely one of the most frustrating things that I had ever gone through in GD, and I had already beaten Dorodur at that point, and you know how my just abysmal luck I got on that. I think the main issue, honestly, though, the main issue was just that I was an idiot and tried to do all of it. I tried to get all the coins without doing the boss, like, by itself first. So, like, instead of beating the boss by itself and then getting all the yellow coins and then all the blue coins and then doing the time limit, I tried to go for yellow, blue, and time limit. Which I think is what really... Looking back, that was definitely a mistake. But, you know, hindsight is 20/20. But yeah, it was, I mean, to be fair, it was also, like, directly after I got my wisdom teeth out, so I was just more irritable in the first place. Oops. I was thinking about my incorrect word usage. I think I meant to say more irritable to begin with. do we ever see the curse thorn ever in the tower? It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's like the main flaw with the tower. And I know that it's like a $4 cube game or a $3 or $2 or wherever. But like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Maybe it's like, maybe Dash is like actually, now that I think of it, Dash is probably like meant to be part of the story. But yeah, that's kind of one of the weirder parts of the story. Like, we know the Cursed Thorn exists just because he's in the last section of the tower, but like where in the tower is he leading up to that? Like, you know that he's like I lost my words. I completely just, you know, when you're talking, then your brain just completely forgets whatever it is you're gonna say next. Yeah, that happened. But yeah, you'd think you'd have seen him like messing up something within the rest of the tower, but no, he's really kind of just there as a boss at the end of it. Oops. But that's my best run from 27. Maybe the Curse Thorn is also the monster in the... That could be a thing. Call of Duty World War II. No, I'm not. I was never really into those types of games. Like, I can respect the franchise of the people who play it, especially considering, you know, it's as popular and as it is, and it's been around for as long as it has. Like, I can respect that. It was just never for me. But yeah, the more I think about the story in the tower, the more holes I see in it. Yes. Oh, this is coming from the same game that named the monster, or the Key Guardian, Glubfub, who locked a monster in a basement because he wanted chicken, so I don't know what I was expecting. Okay, that may be the single funniest death I've had all day. Yeah, there's probably enough consistency with that part of the level. So let me do this part to let me do this to 27, and then we'll have the level in 5 runs just today, and that'll be pretty good. That'll be pretty good for day 1. Because keep in mind, it took me 2 days to get PPF down to, bleh. I don't know what I'm saying. I could tell immediately it was too early. Is it Glubfub the name of it? Actually, I think the coin's name is Spooky, which is a way better name than whatever Glubfub is. Which I say even full well knowing the fact that I used a variation of the name Glubfub. Like, I'll give Glubfub this. It's a very funny name to base names of horrific monsters in stories made for English projects out of. So, you know, it gets points for that. But that's like its only redeeming factor. Like, that is one of the least really good at every single Call of Duty. Some people are just naturally good at those kinds of games. I'm not one of them. Like, really the only game I play that's like sort of like that, like first-person shooter, is Fortnite. And even then, I don't play it like that often. Those kinds of games were just never really for me. I much prefer like single player, like more puzzle, like RPG sandbox games, and this, I guess, and rhythm games. I think that's a scene that I should probably get into more thoroughly than I am in right now. Bruh. Oops. But yeah, some people are just naturally talented. Yeah, Geometry Dash is like it's a very specific kind of Blech. Sorry about that. I have a sore throat today for some reason. Yeah, it's a very specific type of rhythm game, and I don't think it's like I don't think it's very, like, skills in this game aren't exactly super transferable to, like, directly transferable to other rhythm games, except for maybe reaction time. That was... How did I even die there? I have another question. What's up? I have another answer if you have another question. I don't understand why that happens. I think it's just a skill issue on my part. That was definitely a skill issue. What was that? That was atrocious. I'm also good at Dance of Fire and Ice. I need to play that. I don't know why I don't. Have you beaten Zodiac? No, not even. I'm not even close to Zodiac. Like my hardest is Plasma Pulse Finale, which is pretty good, but it's also like it's been long off the list at this point, and Zodiac only fell off the main list a little bit ago. See, that's what I could do if I get to... But yeah, I definitely want to beat Zodiac in the future, but I'm nowhere near good enough to now. But yeah, I've gotten Lumina in 5 runs just today, so that's pretty good progress. I think hang on, I'm gonna get some more water because I'm out, and then to end the stream, I'm gonna do a practice run of Zodiac. Imagine trying to explain to a non-GD player that every end is harder than Slaughterhouse. Dude, they think Requiem is like the hardest thing ever, when in reality it's... Let me check on the AREDL actually. When in reality, Requiem is RQ. That's not what it is. Requiem is 233. Okay, that's higher than I expected, but it's still nowhere near Slaughterhouse. But yes, Zodiac. I'm going to do a practice run of Zodiac. I already have 2,000 attempts on this level, just from menial practice runs. But yeah, I don't think I'm really gonna get anything. I'll go for a little bit longer because I haven't been live for an hour yet, and I generally like streaming up for at least an hour. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get much better at Lumina by playing it more today, so I'm gonna do this instead. But yeah, this level is okay. Like, I think it's one of the best top ones we've ever seen, but that's really not a high bar at all. Hang on, just to be safe. I'm gonna type something. End goal of GD is get on 360 FPS and beat Slaughterhouse. Good luck. That's a... I'm not going to say it's an impossible goal, because it is not. And also, again, I hate using the term impossible goal, because really anyone can beat anything as long as they have like the right like equipment and the right mindset and enough time, basically. But yeah, that's a very tough goal, so I wish you the best of luck. Yeah, I have a somewhat similar goal of beating a level from like the 2021 top ones, but instead of Slaughterhouse, it's Firework. And then after that, if I beat something harder, it's more than likely going to be Kyuki. Alright, and this is the first actually difficult part. Well, obviously all of Zodiac is incredibly difficult, but like this is the beginning of the end, basically. Like it's not like it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's just this shock to 100 is so much harder than 0 to shock. Although maybe that's just because of the added like mental and also nerves probably run pretty rampant. Yoo-ho! There's like a billion different ways to do this wave. I am lacking. Yeah, I prefer this method, but I know for a fact that it's not as efficient as it could be. How do I do this? Like that, got it. Dude, we're not even halfway through Zodiac yet. Why are there spikes in that? Like, there's literally no reason for there to be spikes. The two levels I find the most interesting are Bloodlust and Slaughterhouse. Bloodlust, yes. Slaughterhouse. I'm actually gonna... That's what I'm gonna do as my next hardest. Bloodlust. Slaughterhouse. I don't know, man. Why did I double click? There we go. I double clicked a little bit too early. But yeah, I'm just glad that TMN was nerfed, because if it was left in its unnerfed state, it would actually be one of, if not the single worst parts in any level in history. Like, I get he built it on mobile, but like, man. I have to click really fast there. We're almost done, I can feel it. And then Yunez honestly feels like it would fit way more at the beginning of the level, but having it be this far in is just weird. I mean, it's welcome, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Oops. And then Penito is one of the hardest parts of the level, I think. At very least, it's one of the stupidest. Then, sorry I'm not talking much, I'm just trying to focus on this so I can go back to Lumina. And then Slim Jim is like, if you die at anywhere other than the ball timings, your nerf control is really bad. Leo Creator X is really easy for being this far in the level, but I'm sure with nerfs it's going to be a nightmare. And then, of course, Nlex just has to make an appearance. I have to hold there, and then of course there's that. Okay, I kept it under 200 attempts somehow. You should play Alias, it's a pretty extreme and fun. I've tried it before, don't really agree, but more power to you. So I guess I'll get 61 to 100 one more time and then end the stream. Well, I don't agree with you on that it's fun. It is easy, I don't find it that fun. Okay, I was wondering if I did it first attempt and then would have to end the stream. Yeah. Stop my hands. stop sweating hands, please. That wasn't the culprit for that death. That was just me being an idiot, but... Yeah, I'm very grateful that I'm not a controller player. Because if I did, if I was, sweaty hands would be the death of me. Oops. And also, like, with this level, you know exactly why and how you died. So, in theory, you can avoid that for the future. With Necromancer, you get, like, very little in the way of explanation. Along with some death that just, like, seem to defy the laws of GD physics. Okay, that was way too close for comfort. Okay. I guarantee there was like a pixel of space left. Yeah, I've been coughing pretty bad. Don't know why. Sinks is playing Geometry Dash. Good to know. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Like I'm really happy with the runs I got today. Even though there's a lot of this and a lot of this. There's also these two, and of course, yeah, another few of these. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. It's probably an issue. Oh god, not the hiccups. Ah! My body is just turned against me. Since when can you do this? Okay, I'll do that later. But yeah, I already have a lot of attempts. Hey, I have exactly 7,000 jumps. Nice. But yeah, I already have a lot of attempts. I do not actually. I only have 800. That surprises me. Ugh. But yeah, considering 800 attempts, I mean, plus whatever is on mobile, 5 runs and 41 to 83 and 61 to 100 times 4. Not bad at all! But yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. Like this, I've said it before, I'll say it again, this level's absolute peak. So if you, Game Warp, if you want to, once you're done with Blade of Justice, if you really want to challenge yourself, I absolutely recommend this level. Like, I think it's great. A great representation of, or not great I can't talk apparently. You know, I think it's really good for like building up skill and like keeping skill or whatever it is. It's good for pushing skill. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, that is about all I wanted to do today. I've been live for an hour and 4 minutes. So, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grind off stream, try to get 41 to 100 before stream 2. If I can't do it off stream, then I'm sure I'll be able to at some point into stream 2. And if I can't do it then I'll just off stream grind until that, and then that's when I'll upload the first progress report. But yeah, great first stream. But yeah, I think that's all from me. It's like 10 p.m. so I'm gonna head out. So is the official level? Because I searched, but I only saw fake ones. LUMINA? Yes. Well, what do you mean by official level? Like, okay, that's probably why. It's because you have to scroll down a little bit. I forgot this comment existed. But yeah, this is the official level. Ooh, I have a quest. Yay, Dimas. 26.5k. Nice. But yeah, I think that's all I want to do today. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you guys soon, probably Thursday-ish for stream 2. So yeah, see y'all soon, and bye. This is so much better than Necromancer, dude. Oh my god, I am so glad I dropped that pile of garbage.